Hey, this is Rain, and today I'm going to share with you my top camera accessories for capturing video. These are the accessories I'm pulling out every time, if not nearly every time, I grab my camera and I want to capture something. And I'll put affiliate links in the description so you can check them out. And the first one is the Mantis Pod Pro. It's a tabletop camera tripod and handle that's compact and lightweight, so it easily fits in my camera bag and I can always have it with me. I use it all the time at home here to film my talking head videos. I'd actually be using it right now if it weren't for me wanting to include it in this video. You can hang your camera upside down with it and use it as a top handle in order to get a nice steady shot. You can hang it from a wall or a fence. And I like how fast it is to put my camera on this tripod or take it off. And this particular model has a panning feature which makes it easy to get nice smooth panning shots. There is a Mantis Pod 2 that's come out since the Mantis Pod Pro, but I like this one so much I've had zero reason to upgrade. I love using this thing. Next up is the Sony ECM M1 shotgun mic. And as a Sony shooter, there's a lot to like about this little guy. It's both compact and lightweight, and it's the smallest of the ECM lineup of mics. Most of the time, I'm able to just leave it attached to my camera, even when I'm putting it in my bag. I love that this thing is powered by the camera itself and not from batteries. This way I never have to worry about a mic dying in the middle of a recording because of a dead battery. And there's no cables you have to worry about. You just slide the mic into the hot shoe and it's ready to go. And this mic has the most setting options available for how wide or narrow the pickup pattern is and how much sound is being rejected on the sides or the front or the back. So I also own the ECM B1M, which was Sony's first mic in this particular form factor. And then there's also the ECM B10, which was the second one. It looks just like this, except that it's a little bit shorter in the length here. And then this is the ECM M1, which is the smallest. It's a little bit shorter in height and it's a lot shorter in length. I have noticed that the ECM B1, the B1M and the B10 that I'm filming with right now captures slightly more bass than the ECM M1. But it's only a little bit. You mostly really only notice it if you're talking really close to the mic. Overall, they sound really similar. I've done a lot of tests. I've been a professional EDM producer for 20 years, so I have a very intimate relationship with sound. And most of the time I import my footage into my editor anyway. I'm always dropping a little bit of the low end of my voice and boosting the highs. So this is already doing for me what I tend to do anyway. Other than that, I love this thing. I love how small and compact it is. I love that it lowers the friction to pulling out my camera and knowing that I'm not only going to get good looking video, but good sounding audio as well. Next up is the Mic 2 by DJI. When I'm not close enough to my camera to use my shotgun mic, these are my go-to. These things are so freaking convenient because they're really compact and the transmitters can even record locally without the need to even set up the receiver on your camera. You got 32-bit float, so you don't have to worry about distorted recordings. The audio quality is solid, and this case just keeps everything charged way longer than I've ever had the need to use a wireless microphone. And because you have two mics, you can get clean audio from each of your subjects if they're in the shot but far away from each other. I've already done a detailed review of the Mic 2, and I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out. And to go along with that, next up is the DJI Sony Hot Shoe adapter. This little thing almost turns your DJI mic into a Sony product, making it hyper-compatible with your Sony Alpha cameras. Just like the ECM M1 that I reviewed earlier, I can just attach the receiver straight to the camera without the need for managing any audio cables to capture recording. It just records the audio straight through the hot shoe. Now earlier I know I said that I like the convenience of being able to record audio straight to the transmitter without even using the receiver. But one of the benefits to taking the time to use the receiver with your camera is that you don't have to sync the audio in post. The audio is already printed to your video. And anything that lowers the friction or saves me even just a little bit of time in the process of creating is really valuable to me. Next up, we have the Monitor Plus app, which I'm actually using on my iPad right now to see myself while I'm filming this video. This app basically turns your iPhone or your iPad into a wired or a wireless camera monitor. And the screens on our iPhones and iPads are already so good, it just makes sense to use them as camera monitors, especially because we already have them with us. It already has a battery inside, so we don't have to carry around an extra thing and batteries for that. The latency with the app when you're using it wirelessly is already pretty good, and as soon as you connect it with a USB-C cable, it just gets that much better. It has all the tools you'd expect from a camera monitor, including camera control, user LUTs, false colors, zebras, focus peaking, waveform, vector scope, D-squeeze. It's a pretty complete package. And because this is wireless, I could have my camera set up a lot further away from me with a 50 or an 85mm lens, and I could still have the monitor right in front of me out of shot to be able to compose and make sure that everything looks good. Next up is the Polarpro Maglock VND. This is another one of those products that actually saves you time between the impulse of capturing something with your camera and the actual act of getting the shot. If you want to swap this lens to a different filter, it's fast and easy to do. Or if you're shooting video with this filter and you suddenly see an opportunity to grab a quick photo, you can easily take the VND off, snap the photo, and then slap it right back on. They're super durable, and I like that the case doubles as a lens cap. And it's got magnets. Who doesn't like that? This thing has both magnets and a locking system. You just put it on, twist it, and it's not coming off. The actual quality of the ND is excellent. I really never have any issues with either color shifting or dark spots in my image due to a high ND setting. I love that the filter is so utterly protected. You could run over this with your car and it would probably be fine. I'm not saying you should do it, but I'm pretty sure you could. These things are built like a tank. The trade-off is that they're definitely heavier than their previous line of ND filters, which I also have. But the convenience of being able to put them on and take them off that fast is worth it to me. And as a bonus, we have the small rig camera tool. It's compact, it's lightweight, it's sturdy. It has all the features you'd want with a camera tool, like Allen wrenches, a flat screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver. Not a whole lot to say about this little guy, except that it's a simple tool and it does its job well. And I like that it's so small, you can travel with it and it's just out of the way until you need it. But the second you reach for this thing, you are so glad you have it with you. And we did it! That is a wrap on my top list of accessories that I'm currently using to film video with. And if you want to see one of my favorite video cameras that I'm currently using, check out this video right here. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Check out this camera right here. This list, this video. Check out this video. Magnets. Woo! Wow, we have gone from day to night while filming this video.